Ladies and gentlemen, Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness is now out in theaters. And oh my god, what the f did I just watch? Alright, this movie had so many awesome elements in it. Action, adventure, horror, comedy. I don't know. I sat in the theater for 2 hours just in awe. I just want to get this off my chest because I know it's been a big debate for a long time. Doctor Strange or Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. Who is the most powerful Avenger? The Scarlet Witch is the most powerful being in the MCU. I am willing to argue that until I can't any longer. After a while I'll probably give up, but until then, that's what I'm sticking with. The way they incorporated the horror elements into this movie were fantastic. We heard years ago that this movie would most likely be a horror movie set in the MCU, and it did not disappoint. Sam Raimi did exactly that. He did what he set out to do. He did what Sam Raimi does. We've seen his success with superhero movies. The Spider-Man trilogy was fantastic. We've seen his success in horror movies. The Evil Dead. He knows what he's doing. He brought those two worlds together, and it was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Let's talk about that horror aspect for a minute in this film. There were moments I sat there and I recognized what was happening. I said, okay, I'm watching a Marvel movie, but it feels like a horror movie. And I am on the edge of my seat. I am sitting here in suspense. It is doing exactly what it set out to. With the music, with the suspense, with the lack of music. It's doing everything a horror movie does, what you would expect it to do. My favorite shot of, I think, the whole entire movie was the moment the moment the Scarlet Witch possesses Wanda from Earth 828. She's in the house. She's possessing this body, and right as it happens, or right when it happens, she looks to the camera and you just see the possession take over. I've seen enough ghost movies and paranormal movies to know that's how they do it in those movies, and it is terrifying, and it works every time, and it worked here in this movie. You know, it kind of breaks that fourth wall a little bit. You're just like, oh crap, she's coming after me, and that's kind of how it felt. The scene where where the Scarlet Witch is just like covered in blood, major Carrie vibes, and right? And then she's chasing Doctor Strange, Christine, and America Chavez through the underground tunnel, and she's limping very zombie-like, very zombie-esque, but she's keeping up with them. You know, that horror movie trope that no matter how fast you run, and no matter how slow the killer is walking, they're always right behind you, one step behind you. And there's no different in this movie, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day. Even the scene where, spoiler, Professor X is inside Wanda's head, and he's almost there. He can almost save Wanda Maximoff. She's trapped in her own mind, and he almost saves her. And there's that moment where the music just stops, and even Charles Xavier stops, and you know there's gonna be a jump scare. Oh, you know there's gonna be a jump scare. But what happens? You get scared anyway, because Sam Raimi is a genius and pulled this off so well. And speaking of Professor X being in Wanda's head, did you all see that little TV sitting there? It was playing scenes from WandaVision. I just thought that was absolutely such a cool little Easter egg. And speaking of WandaVision, the way that they made that show on Disney Plus, that limited series on Disney Plus, that important to the MCU, bravo. Thank you for showing us, thank you for showing the world that these series are important. WandaVision, Loki, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, they are all integral parts of the story, no matter how small they may seem at the time. And Wanda being the villain in this film, I don't know, maybe I just did a really good job of staying away from like spoiler threads. I don't know. I really did not see her coming as like the main villain. I think I expected her to be like a problem in this film, and I didn't realize how big and bad of a villain she actually was gonna be. Like, my God. Does Elizabeth Olsen deserve an award for Best Supporting Actress? Or she deserves an award for something, right? Like, give her an award. She has probably some of the best performances in the MCU. Every time she goes to convey an emotion, I can feel it. I understand what's happening. I feel what she is feeling. She has convinced me that this is real. This movie also introduced a really cool concept. Our dreams are us seeing ourselves, our other lives, in other universes. That's wild. I love a good theory, whether it be a Star Wars theory or a Marvel theory, a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I don't know how to comprehend it. It's one of the coolest theories and ideas that I've ever heard in the MCU, and they pretty much said, yeah, it's right. They never, like, there's not a moment in the movie where they try to, say, no, that's not real. They're like, yep, that's what it is. That's how it works. That's how it happens. And that's, yeah. So, good luck sleeping tonight. Zombie Strange was fantastic as well. I absolutely love what they did with Zombie Strange. We knew there would be some elements of what if came into here, and there definitely were. I think they pulled Zombie Strange off really, really beautifully. I am not a zombie person. I'm not really a huge fan of zombie movies, zombie shows, Walking Dead, anything like that. It's just not my cup of tea. Zombie Strange. Like, I thought it was super cool. I thought, yeah, I could live with this in this movie. When I was watching this film, I was sitting there thinking to myself, this score is really, really good. Like, there was guitars in there and drums and bass and all the fun stuff you typically don't hear as often, I feel like, in movie scores, especially like superhero movies. You hear a lot of the orchestras and the symphonies and all that fun stuff. Danny Elfman is amazing. He's wonderful. He's amazing. What a legend. There's one scene in there where Strange is fighting Sinister Strange, and they're using music notes. Doctor Strange is taking the music notes off of the sheet music, putting spells on them and making them weapons, but you can hear it when they uses them. Like, it's the coolest thing. But when Sinister Strange would do his music, as opposed to Doctor Strange using his music, they were different. It was probably the best fight scene I've seen in a long time, if not in all of the MCU in terms of like creativity. I think it might be my favorite battle in the MCU, honestly, and uniqueness. Doctor Strange goes by a lot of names. He goes by Doctor Strange, Dr. Stephen Strange, Stephen Strange. He goes by Sir. From now on, I say we call Dr. Stephen Strange Daddy Strange. Look at him in No Way Home with Peter. He cares for Peter Parker. He does a whole spell to make the world forget because he cares about Peter. He wants to help him. He cares about him. He doesn't want him to get hurt. In this movie, he meets America Chavez. He has a dream about her, and then he meets her, and then 5 minutes later, he's like, don't hurt the kid. Make sure nothing happens to the kid. Because he cares about her. He is Daddy Strange. Dr. Daddy Strange is here to save the day, guys. He's here to save you. And America Chavez, oh my gosh. She was wonderful. What an amazing actress. She killed this role. She's 16 years old, and she absolutely said, I am part of the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm here to stay. My powers are awesome. Look at this awesome star portal that I can make. Oh yeah, and I can go to any multiverse I want. You know where we did go? We went to the Illuminati meeting. We saw Black Bolt, Professor X. We saw Captain Carter. Oh, she was awesome. We saw Captain Marvel, the fan casting we all wanted. Marvel said, we're listening to you. And just like the prototype artwork that fans have put out, the fan art, John Krasinski is Reed Richards in this film, and oh my god, it was the coolest thing. I was that guy. I clapped during the movie. Don't judge me or judge me. I don't really care because I got to see Jim Halpert on the big screen as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, and it was the greatest moment. Literally did not hear a word he said in like the next 4 sentences because I was just so like, oh my god. John Krasinski. Illuminati absolutely got annihilated though by Scarlet Witch. I'm not even going to touch that. You want to talk about horror movies? Yep. Did America Chavez learn her powers too quickly? I do want to touch on that too, because like Doctor Strange tells her, hey, you got this. You can control this. You can do it. And she's just like, yeah, I totally can. Boom, boom, boom. I win. She still wasn't powerful enough to defeat the Scarlet Witch, but she did outsmart the Scarlet Witch, actually just like Doctor Strange actually outsmarted Dormammu instead of actually beating him. He just outsmarted him, which was really smart. Scarlet Witch kind of might have beat herself. Kind of did it to herself, definitely. Yeah. Is Wanda dead? I feel like at some point you do have to move on from this character, but I do want to see her come back. I think she's one of the best characters we've gotten in Marvel. They've shown her the respect I think she deserves. You know, they've given her a series. They've given her basically this movie. She was a huge part of Age of Ultron and Civil War and all that. So, I mean, she spanned from Avengers to Captain America to her own show to Doctor Strange. I absolutely love what they did. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this like a 9.6. I probably would give it higher, but I got to be a little reasonable here. I feel like it's really going to be really hard to find the perfect movie. Is this the perfect movie? No. Is this an amazing movie? Yes. Is this one of the best Marvel movies? Yes. This is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies there is. I think I might even like it better than No Way Home, but we'll debate that at another time. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. What would you give it? Out of 1 to 10, what would you rate this movie? Leave a like if you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We also have a podcast called The Carbonite Crew Show. Make sure to watch some of our other videos as well on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.